Oh well, I suppose I better do a bit more on this. Let me show you something. Got a little trick to show you. Well, as you can probably see, I'm outside now, just making the most of this lovely weather we got out here. Lucky enough we got this parasol, otherwise it would be unbearable. Now I've just got this old record player which I've decided to have a look at. I've had this one for a while now, but this one I've never worked on before, so I thought I'd give this one a go. Now as you can probably see there, it's basically it's in pretty good nick all round. The box is complete. It's a bit faded and jaded, and it's got these controls on the front there with a different coloured panel insert there, which is obviously very, very discoloured. So what I've decided to do is to actually give this one a respray. Now a lot of people respray these with just normal car paint. Well, really, that's not really the way to do it. What you really want is a proper leather or vinyl spray, because basically all we're doing is bringing out the actual natural surface, because the surface isn't broken, it's just very, very faded at the end of the day. So we're just going to enhance it with a natural leather dye or colour, and you can actually get them in spray cans rather than actually paint them on. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But first of all, I had the situation where the old control knobs obviously used to go, as you can probably see, on the front there like that, and behind them they had these like labels to tell you what each knob actually does. Now once it's actually refurbished, it's going to be really pretty lousy to put them, as you can see they're in a very bad state there. To stick them back onto a refurbished unit isn't really going to make it look impressive. So what I've actually do, you can't actually buy these anymore, but there is somebody who sells these reproduction ones on eBay, but the trouble is they're about £10 a set, and I don't feel obliged to pay £10 a set for something which I can possibly create myself. Now I went in, lucky enough I've got a craft cutter, as you probably know, and all I've done was measure the dimensions. I went into Photoshop, and what I basically did was, as you can probably see there, I made 4 new ones. So as you can probably see, once I get these knobs back on, it's going to look a whole lot better with the new surrounds behind them, sort of thing, once I repaint this cream or white or whatever. So if you've got, that's one of the handy benefits of being quite handy with different things. You can apply your logic or knowledge to many different genres. So as you can see, they'll be stuck on there like that, and hey presto, all that is a bit of paper basically with some plastic sticky vinyl stuck over the top of it to make it durable, and all I'll do is actually just stick them on there. So printed on a normal printer, measured obviously with a tape measure from an original template, and just basically reproduce the actual colours and the bandings which are on the original items, which, as I say, you can't buy anymore. But it's little things like that that will make this unit stand out from someone who's possibly left them off. So as I say, all I've done now, basically, there was a couple of nicks around this, as you can probably see. I've just basically filled these little nicks in as good as I can, and then I've rubbed the whole lot down with a wire wool. You could actually use a Scotch-Brite pad and just go over the whole lot. And what you're doing there basically is giving the surface a slight key without actually damaging it. And then what you do is you get a wax and grease remover. I've got a panel wipe here, as you know. I do little bits of works on cars and motorcycles and doing bits of spraying and stuff. So you just get the old panel wipe and literally go over the whole unit, and this literally will remove all the grease and grime over the years, as you can probably see there. And that surface now, once I've gone over the whole lot, will be actually ready for spraying. So that's the way to prepare that. And what I should do obviously is mask off all the inner grille there, mask off that white bit, mask off all the inner segments, and I've actually got the blue spray. In fact, let me show it to you. As I say, this is actually a leather and vinyl paint. It's navy blue, and it's only well, it's a small can. It's a what size is it? It's only 150 millilitres, but something like that costs about £7 to £8 to £9. So you've got to be spraying these things if you're going to be restoring these to bring them back to their former glory. Basically, you've got to be doing the right thing. Spraying it in car paint isn't really going to be the way to go. So you have to spend a bit of extra money, because obviously the person who buys this unit is going to want it looking as authentic as possible. So it's my job to make the finished result in keeping with what it actually is and what it was. So even down to, I know these ain't original, but it's better than having these sort of broken old things sort of stuck on there basically, and it's all discoloured and folded and creased and stuff like that. So as I say, just for the sake of using a bit of knowledge, coming up with 4 new ones. As I say, these sort of things like knobs, for example, you can't buy these anymore. You have to keep your eyes out for second-hand units, for example, and buying up old units for basically for spares. So that's what I intend to do with this one. So I'm going to give it a good clean down now, as I say, and then I'm going to actually spray the unit, and I'll show you what happens in that procedure. Right, now, as you can see here now, what I've actually done is mask it all up, as you can see. I've just used newspaper and masking tape, don't have to be too elaborate. But I've gone over the whole thing now with a panel wipe, which is basically a wax and grease remover that I use for cars. So what we'll do now, we'll have a go at spraying it. Now again, you want to use just light coats for this, you don't want to go heavy. Right, that's one light dusting coat, so I'll let that go off and then we'll give it a second one. You must not go heavy in one coat. You'll start to get runs and sags and it won't dry properly. So just do it in light coats. Okay, that's 2 coats I've given it. I've actually run out of paint. It's not going to be enough paint in that little tin, so I'm going to have to order some more paint, but the coverage is pretty good, but it's going to need obviously probably another couple of coats, so it's going to be okay. It's slightly darker than the original colour, but as I say, it is the proper leather paint, so it will take okay once it's had another couple of coats. So unfortunately I'm going to have to end this little short video here until I can actually get the right colour. I'll have to order some more, and I'll show you it once it's all been sprayed and with the front cover actually painted the proper coloured cream and with the knobs installed. So there you go, just to show you what I'm up to at the moment. It's a lovely day out here still, and I'm going to contemplate going inside now, just sitting inside and having a little look on the computer. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. That's the Dansette record player, which we're refurbing at the moment. And there you go. Thanks very much. See you in the next video.